Welcome to the live, guys. Welcome to the live. Welcome to the live. Today, welcome to the live. Today, I want to engage with my fans. Today is all about engagement. Engagement. Tell me something concerning football. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Thank you, God, for making this everything possible. I appreciate whatever we have. Anyways, where's that book? Where's that book? Where's that book? So today is all about engagement. Tell me where you're from. Like the video. It's a question and answer segment. Whether it's football, whether it's lifestyle. Tomorrow is my birthday. Let's do this. So for 2 years, I've been analyzing football. No, not for 2 years. It's almost 2 years. Let's say a year. And by the way, it's usually May. So tomorrow is my birthday. And I've been doing this thing for 1 year and a half. Yet I have not been able to reach the goals I set for myself per se. But I don't know, still trying. When they come to fruition, I'll be very happy. It does not matter when it will be. So guys, please like the video. It's a question and answer segment. It's a question and answer segment. You have to engage with me so that I can know what we are doing here. What was the last thing we did? So let me be serious at least kidogo. So the last live I was here, we were talking about the transfer of Keenan Yildiz and how it's progressing. So Arsenal and Keenan Yildiz do not seem to come into any agreement. So I don't think we'll be signing Keenan Yildiz in the transfer window, but there's also the story of Semenyo, and I think we are going to sign Semenyo, if I'm not wrong, because looking at the interest that Manchester City have in Semenyo and the interest that Manchester United have in Semenyo, I believe Yale. Ay. Football will make me run mad one day. So let's continue. Sorry. I believe that we are going to sign Kenan Yildiz from Juventus because Semenyo from Bournemouth at Manchester City seems the more likely to learn him. Why am I saying this? Because Semenyo can fit with Arsenal very well, but Arsenal have been looking at Kenan Yildiz for the longest. So that makes Kenan Yildiz the most likely person to land to Arsenal. Let's move on. Let's talk about Manchester United for a while. Manchester United. Bruno Fernandes has an injury. And leave alone the Bruno Fernandes injury, Manchester United are going to play with Newcastle on the 26th of this December. Well, let's look at that. I believe Manchester United are going to concede a lot of a whole sack of goals because taking into considerations what Walter Mode has been doing for Newcastle. Walter Mode is something else when it comes to finding space and scoring goals. I'm tempted to say Walter Mode has the same qualities with who's this guy? Who's this Liverpool guy? Ekitike. So imagine Eden Heaven. Eden Heaven is a youngin. Eden Heaven cannot even deal with Andre. Good man. Like the video, subscribe to the channel. So imagine this, Heaven defending Walter Mode one-on-one. I don't believe Heaven has what it takes to deal with Walter Mode. On the other hand, we have injury-prone Luke Shaw. Who is Luke Shaw going to be dealing with? Luke Shaw will be dealing with Mope. Can Luke Shaw handle Mope? Well, that I will not lie to you. We have to wait and see. But coming to the other side, I'm hearing that Gordon is fit to play. And if Gordon is fit to play, that means Diego Dalot will not be attacking, will not be joining the attack. It will need a person that will be there throughout the entire game to stop Gordon from attacking. Here is where it gets complicated. Here is where it's just getting complicated because the entire right hand or right wing of Manchester United is dead. It's dead. Why am I saying this? It's not like I have an agenda against Manchester United, but you have to understand Mazraoui has already left for AFCON. Is it true or not? Mazraoui has left for AFCON. And AFCON kicked off yesterday. I have to go and watch those games some other time. So, if Diego Dalot will not be attacking and the likes of Ahmad are also in the World Cup, in the African Cup, sorry. And Mbeumo is also in the African Cup. So believe me when I tell you, the entire right wing of Manchester United is dead. And if the right wing is dead, let's also take into consideration the midfield. I believe the best midfielder for Manchester United currently has been Bruno Fernandes, and he will not be available for that game. Bruno Fernandes will not be. Here is evening. Here is evening, my friend. Hi, he's around 6:30 in the evening. So I believe the best midfielder for Manchester United is Bruno Fernandes, and he will not be available for that game. That leaves us with the likes of Bruno. It leaves us with the likes of Casemiro. Casemiro is a very good player, I believe Casemiro is a very good player. The problem comes when he's irrational. The problem comes when he loses his head. Now, take this into consideration. Newcastle's midfield is known for playing rough. Yeah, they are known for contact. And Casemiro seems or tends to get irritated a lot when some other players make contact with him. So imagine, first Bruno Guimaraes contact, Casemiro starts losing it. Second contact from Joelinton, Casemiro continues losing it. Third contact from Bruno Guimaraes, Casemiro will be irrational enough to start attacking Newcastle players. And when he does that, the referee will always give a red card. And if Manchester United get a red card against Newcastle, they're finished. So what am I saying? I'm saying Manchester United do not have a chance against Newcastle. Not when all of their right wingers have left for AFCON. And I believe these teams are well structured enough to consider these things. How can you have an entire wing of people that will leave mid-tournament? Yeah, and you can never deny a person the right to represent their country. Yeah, so what are you supposed to do? Teams are supposed to prepare well. You know, in each position have two very good players, so that when one leaves for this tournament, you remain with this one. Then after having two very good players in one position, that same position also add 2 or 3 squad players. What do I mean by saying squad players? I'm not saying bad players now. I'm talking about the players that they ain't that flashy or that skillful, but they can get the job done. You know, those are the players you're supposed to have two, then other 2 world-class players. So you can juggle them, you can, yeah, you can free yourself, you can come up with something, even if a player leaves mid-tournament. But according to what Manchester United did, according to how they prepared themselves, the entire right wing is leaving. And let me give you an example of a team that thought of what they were doing. Can you believe me when I tell you there is no Arsenal player that is going to AFCON? That might seem to you as an odd thing or just luck, but believe you me, that was Mikel Arteta's preparations. Yeah, everything was taken into consideration. Everything. It's not just like it is by chance or by luck that those players that are leaving Arsenal have you. You get me, fam? So also consider the likes of Man City. Man City, do you know who in Man City is leaving? Omar Mamouche. If Omar Mamouche leaves, there is the likes of Czech, Phil Foden, and Erling Haaland is doing what Erling Haaland does best. Yeah, let's go to Liverpool. Liverpool, Mo Salah is leaving. Well, how are they prepared? We will wait and see. But I do not think Liverpool must worry so much because they have the like of Ekitike, Szoboszlai, and nobody is leaving. Yeah, there is also Alexander Isak. Maybe probably he'll start firing. So the only team that did not prepare well for this season is Manchester United, and they are getting exposed because their entire right wing is missing. And that is not an easy thing. It's not just, we're not just saying, we say, believe me, come 26 Boxing Day. Is it Boxing Day? I believe it is Boxing Day. It is 2 days from today. Believe me, fam, you'll see it. You'll see it. It will not be an easy game for you. Newcastle will exploit that wing of yours. If there is something Newcastle are well known for, is exploiting weaknesses. Weaknesses. And if your entire right wing is missing, that means Newcastle will exploit, Eddie Howe will exploit that weakness. To make matters worse, you are also going to their field. You are also going to their field. I believe if Manchester United comes out of this Newcastle United game without conceding more than 3 goals, I'll start believing in Amorim. I, 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 I don't know. I don't see that happening. I believe Manchester United will concede more than 2 goals. When it comes to attack, Bruno Fernandes is not there. I'll try. Tomorrow is my birthday, so I believe you will see me again on Christmas Day. But let's do this for now because I'm not coughing, man. So let's also talk about Chelsea a bit. Chelsea, Chelsea, uh, Chelsea are a joke of a club. I won't lie to you. Chelsea are a joke of a club because Garnacho, the Amorim saw Garnacho was not fit to play for Manchester United. And if Garnacho was not fit to play for Manchester United, how is he fit to play for Chelsea and Chelsea is playing for in the Champions League? Make that make sense, please. Help me make that make sense. Chelsea is in the Champions League. Manchester is not. And Manchester do not see Garnacho as a qualified candidate to play for their team without playing for Champions League or anything. But Chelsea, because they're in the Champions League, maybe Garnacho can do something there. Well, take this from me. Garnacho can never help you in any way. The best thing that Garnacho did for Manchester United was that bicycle kick. Okay? Take that picture. Hang it on the wall. All right? Hang it on the wall. After hanging it, what more? What more did he help Manchester United with? No trophies. No, people will start saying, if is Manchester United the caliber of club to start talking about FS? Yeah, if you are talking about trophies and Manchester United, you're supposed to be talking about Champions Leagues and Europa Cups and Premier Leagues. We cannot do that here. We cannot compare. We cannot start mentioning the likes of Manchester United, Man City, Liverpool, and we start talking about FA Cups. Why don't you allow Arsenal fans to use that as an excuse when you tell them they're a joke of a club? If when you're talking with an Arsenal fan, those FA Cups do not make sense, they should not start making sense right now. Manchester United is not the caliber of a club to be talking about FS. So Garnacho contributed nothing to Manchester United. Now, let's go to Chelsea. You take him, then you expect him to come and do. Kwanza I heard you bought him for around 60, 70. Chelsea is a joke of a club. Chelsea is a joke of a club. Take that to the bank. Let's move away from Garnacho. I heard people say that Caicedo is miles above Declan Rice when it comes to the midfield. Why is it not showing? Why is it not showing? I've not seen. Yeah, I've just talked about Walter Mode. You are not here. I love the guy. I love Walter Mode. I was asking because Manchester United are going to defend against Walter Mode. The guy that is responsible to mark Walter Mode? Is it Eden Heaven or is it who's this other guy playing there? Who will be responsible of marking Walter Mode? Walter Mode first hat-trick is coming on 26th of this December. Walter Mode, 2 headers, 2 head and 1 tapping. Take that to the bar. I'm going to put money over it here in my country. I will bet on a Walter Mode hat-trick. I love the guy. I mean, where were other teams when let me tell you something. Newcastle United is not even missing Isak. I mean, even if you are Newcastle United, will you be missing him? Walter Mode is Newcastle know how to get them strikers, man. They know how to get them strikers. And like Chelsea, can you remember when João Pedro scored that goal against PSG? They were telling us, we have him. We have the best thing. We have the best striker in Premier League. And I was telling my friends, João Pedro has always been in Brighton. He's never had like 20 goals or something. He's never had like 20 assists or something. He's not like from somewhere we have not seen it. He's from Brighton. And they were telling me, no, now he's surrounded with better players. You'll see this, you'll see that. Now, let's move to current situation. All I hear is them whining of how he's not doing this, he's not doing this, he's not doing this. And to be fair, to myself, not to them, to myself, not to them, they also did the same thing with Delap. With Delap. Delap is coming to finish them. Wait and see. We'll be using João Pedro then, and then we draw in Delap. I'm not saying Delap is not a good player. I believe I'll take Delap over João Pedro. But you have to take everything into consideration. How that player will adopt to the playing styles that you are trying to play in your own team. You get me, fam? But it is not a matter of just picking someone and bringing him in here. Look at Isak. Isak was the second top scorer last season. Right now, he cannot even get goals for Liverpool. So you have to take everything into consideration. How you will fit in this guy, the minutes he played last season, how will you improve him, his diet, his everything. But no, we fans, we think it's a matter of exchanging jerseys. Nah, man. Nah, fam. Let's move on. Let's talk about the guy that I love, Erling Haaland. Erling Haaland. I cannot end this live without mentioning Erling Haaland. Erling Haaland will be the best player of this season. That is without question. And I'm telling you in December. And this I'm not sure, but I like it to be a prophecy that might come soon, might come true soon. I believe if Haaland continues doing what he's doing and Man City reaches just the levels of Champions League, semi-final, around there, semi-final, quarter-final, Haaland might get this year's Ballon d'Or. Haaland will get this year's Ballon d'Or. So that's it from me, fam. I've had a great time here. Meet me here every day, same time, same place. Thank you.